The Warriors' fall from one of the most prestigious NBA teams to struggling to get a playoff spot has been a tough watch for the city of San Francisco. Despite prospective draft picks like James Wiseman in the past, still Golden State has failed to find the balance in a vastly disjointed team in recent years. With the slowly declining core of Splash Brothers, Steve Kerr needs a whole new strategy to compete in today's game where skill, physicality, and competition are on a whole new level. Unknown to the Warriors, a gold mine was sitting on the sidelines that was the Warriors' ticket out of the Rumble and back to the echelon of NBA stardom. But before going on, let us return to where it all started. Born and raised in the Democratic Republic of Congo, JonathanKuminga's love for basketball started at the tender age of 2. With the crippling and limiting conditions he was born into, Kuminga only had one way out, and it was basketball. Fast forward to 2016, the Congolese got the opportunity of his life, leaving home at just age 14 to start his high school basketball career at Huntington Prep School in West Virginia. Kuminga leaped in athleticism and performance, earning him awards and top scout ranks from his first junior season. Rivals.com considered him the third best player in his class, and ESPN and 247sports.com ranked him as the fourth best player in his draft class. During the 2019 Slam Dunk to the Beach Showcase, Kuminga was named the MVP after pouring in a staggering 40-point performance to hold the record for the most points at the tournament. His sophomore junior season with the Patrick School in New Jersey saw him go from a random Congolese kid to a 5-star high school recruit and the best small forward in his draft class. Despite offers from Duke, Kentucky, and Texas Tech, Kuminga surprisingly rejected them to join the NBAHighlights, a one-year developmental program for elite NBA prospects. After averaging 16 points and 7 rebounds in his 1 year with the Santa Cruz Warriors, this 6'7", 225-pound small forward declared for the 2021 NBA Draft. The 7th pick in the first round of the NBA Draft saw Kuminga head to the Warriors and sign his rookie contract with the 7-time NBA champions. However, Kuminga's rookie season started way worse than he would have wanted. Of all his 70 appearances in the regular season, he started only 12 games and averaged only 17 minutes per game. A 3-point and 1-steal game against the Oklahoma City Thunder saw Kuminga mark his NBA debut with an underwhelming performance. But in his first career start, he erupted for 26 points on 60% from the field in the road loss in Toronto. With 9 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 51% from the field in his rookie season, the Unicorn failed to live up to his true potential and became a bench warmer for most of his minutes. Despite averaging 8.6 minutes in the Warriors' 2022 championship run, Kuminga became the second youngest NBA champion at 19 years and 253 days, behind the Serbian Darko Milicic. With all the glitz and glam, Kuminga was not satisfied with being a team role player, he wanted more. Unfortunately for Kuminga, Steve Kerr was not ready to integrate a new piece into his championship-winning side. Neutrals can call Kerr old-fashioned or biased, but the talented small forward needed more time to be prepared for consistent high-flying NBA minutes. Talking about turnover averages, shooting percentages, and defensive action, the rookie wasn't horrible, but he wasn't fantastic. As Steve Kerr puts it, so there are specific things we want from him. Running the floor, rebounding, becoming a great defensive player, being able to utilize his physical strength and athleticism. He needs to continue on this path, and I think he'll be in good shape. Under the guidance of seasoned veterans like Andre Iguodala and Draymond Green, Kuminga worked hard to harness his athleticism into one of the fiercest young talents in the league. All that hope, ambition, and dream of a breakout year disappeared in his sophomore NBA season. Despite spending more minutes on the court, Kuminga's potential still couldn't take form in the Warriors team. In 16 starts throughout the 2022-23 season, Kuminga played a huge role in helping the Warriors to the 6th best record in the West and a spot in the playoffs. Defensively, Kuminga is one of the most versatile defenders in the league, blessed with enough athleticism to lock down anyone. Against Kuminga, OKC's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shot 13 of 29, Luka Doncic shot 7 of 17, Anthony Edwards shot 3 of 13, Ingram shot 7 of 17, and so on. Offensively, 10 points per game, 53% from the field, and 37% from threes were good enough for a second-year veteran. But Steve Kerr demanded more. Heading into the 2023 playoffs, the Dubs first had a 4-3 first-round win over the third-seed Sacramento Kings before losing the conference semifinals in 6 games to the Los Angeles Lakers. For JonathanKuminga, it was 3 points in 0 starts and 6 minutes of game time through the 10 playoff games. Instead, the Warriors leaned more onto Jordan Poole as their 6th man, who was delivering night in and out and providing a third option in the absence of the Splash Brothers. Regardless of Steve Kerr's failure to trust the young generation, the real question is, will JonathanKuminga take his game to the next level? Will he keep crying until someone saves him from warming the bench? Well, Kuminga has stated he is here to stay with an emphatic response in his 3rd season in the league. Starting from the offseason, the talented forward poured in an outrageous 60 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds in Jamal Crawford's The Crossover Pro-Am game. If that was enough to show how season-ready he was, Kuminga's preseason showout was one to remember. He led the league in scoring with 109 points and 35 field goals made and finished in 2nd place with a 22 points per game average. With a 55% field goal percentage and 46% shooting from threes, Kuminga's offensive arsenal was on full display to help the Warriors to a 4-1 preseason record. The departure of Jordan Poole in the offseason meant that the 6th-man role was vacant. And who was better to take on the responsibility than a 6'7", 225 pounds offensive and defensive monster? But a few games into the season, the 21-year-old almost found his way out of the Warriors uniform. According to The Athletic, Kuminga was reportedly said to have lost faith in coach Steve Kerr. "Sometimes I come out of the game not knowing what I did, and that messes with my head. It's like, what do they want me to do? I can pass and I can do different things," Kuminga said. With the pressure brewing in the dressing room and media, Steve Kerr needed a sit-down with one of his brightest wings. "He felt I wasn't locked in. He told me, I need you to do the small things that will help our team. He keeps repeating that to me every single time we walk," Kuminga said. All that talk and reassurance was all Kuminga needed to renew his focus and switch his gears to a new level. During Draymond Green's suspension late in 2023, Kuminga has slotted right into the Warriors' starting 5, recording double-digit points in every game he has started till date. Kuminga stepped into the new year with a point to prove. His 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists through January was one of his best outings in a Warriors jersey. Scoring 20-plus points in 7 straight games to round off the month, but the missing piece in the Warriors' puzzle was how to turn these great team performances into wins, and JonathanKuminga has proved to be an essential part. Of all the 9 games before the NBA All-Star break, the Warriors have lost only 2, primarily due to Steph's magic and Kuminga's consistent shift in every night out. His 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists output has taken Golden State into 10th place in the West and a play-in spot for a place in the playoffs. With an increased playtime average of 26 minutes, Kuminga has been a force to reckon with this season. He has since averaged a career-high 16 points per game and 4.7 rebounds with 2 assists. With a 53% field goal percentage, 72% free throw shooting, and 32% from behind the arc, Kuminga's scoring efficiency is one of the most underrated aspects of his game. His forceful drives to the rim also create an alternative for the renowned Warriors' perimeter offense. He can spin on either shoulder, lose defenders with head fakes, and find his way to the rim with ferocious dunks and authority. Kuminga is also doing more on-ball action, reading the defense and picking the right passes to set up the offense for the best shot, and Steve Kerr has not stopped raving about the evolution of the 21-year-old. What we are seeing in terms of him attacking the rim, going to the free throw line, and really making an impact is beautiful to see. Something has really clicked, Kerr said. With a good part of the season to go, JonathanKuminga will be instrumental in helping the Warriors to move up the Western Conference standings and back into playoff contention. Hopefully this time, the 6'7" small forward would finally get the chance in the playoffs and show the world what he is truly made of. Will Kuminga be able to harness his skills into something special, or will all the hype eventually turn into a pipe dream? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. While you're there, please like the video and subscribe to get exclusive NBA content. Take care and stick to the Hoop Pulse.